Hi, everyone. Let me flip this camera around. Let's see. Okay. Hi, everyone. Great to see you today. I just thought I would do a quick scope to talk about my latest blog that went up today with New Social Worker magazine for the Your Social Work brand. The article was about your brand on social media and while in clinical practice. And that's a lot going on there. So in a lot of my research, what I tried to do is come up with 4 easy steps to the way to think about how to position your brand on social media with considerations to your clinical practice. So step 1, really the personal branding process. And I really kind of see the personal branding process as a way to do your planning. It's the way you strategically think about what your best attributes are, how to position yourself in the marketplace, and really kind of your own goal setting. So what do you want to achieve in your professional goals? And that's a very important part of personal branding. The second step I see is so important. It's the social media policy. And in a lot of the readings that I did, Dr. Keely Combs, she really is the best example of a social media policy that can really guide you in your clinical practice. Either if you're in private practice or you need to create one if you're starting your own private practice, or if you're in an agency that has a social media policy, it definitely is something to be relied on and even used as a clinical tool. And I had really nice conversations with Jonathan Singer. Special thanks to him for some of our chats and directing me to a lot of great resources for this article. He really stressed that, it becomes a clinical tool, something you use within your practice. And that I love his quote, social media shouldn't be this burden for something you have to do. It's something that just becomes a part of what you do. So again, social media policy, really important. Dr. Keely Combs, definitely a good go-to resource. Step 3, I felt like, as I was putting this article together, if you have steps 1 and 2 well nailed down, I kind of consider it's like a really great foundation for you to kind of move forward, promote your brand, and kind of get out there. So 1 and 2 under your belt. Step 3 is really moving forward with your strategy to using social media while you're in clinical practice to shape your brand. And then step 4 is really just realizing that this is going to be an ongoing process for anyone who is doing this. You have to always manage what's going on with your clinical practice and your interaction with clients. Social media is something that's just become a part of our world. We're on it all the time. We live digitally. So just keep in mind when things come up, rely on colleagues, supervisors, the social work professional organizations that are out there. NASW, they have some great resources. Obviously, the Code of Ethics can really guide some of what people do in clinical practice on social media. ASWB and NASW, they have a great tech brief. I've linked to it in my article in the resource section. And I think in our profession, there are a lot of great resources that we can do all of this really well. There's Dr. Julie Hanks. She has a really great article that I linked to that talks about how social media can really be used to gain trust of your future and current clients, because really it's a way that you're displaying all of your great expertise and what you're good at. And it could be a way for clients, even before they meet you, to get to know you and say, hey, I really feel like this clinician, they know their stuff. So I hope you enjoyed the article. Couple of other points in the article that I just wanted to highlight really quickly. A lot of people can use social media for strictly personal ways. There are lots of privacy settings. You can really lock down your profiles, join closed groups to interact with family and friends. But just remember, privacy settings aren't always foolproof. So if you really want things to remain totally private, just don't post them on the internet. Don't put them on social media. So that's it for my little chat. I see 9 people are on. If you guys have questions, but if you don't, you can always submit questions via a form that New Social Worker Magazine and Linda Groman have set up on the Your Social Work Brand pages. You can submit a question about how to develop your personal brand. I'll answer it. You can submit it anonymously if you'd like, or if not, we can share it to everyone in a post. So Sean Egginger, Stuck on Social Work, he provided a great question. Thanks, Sean. He's been wonderful support to this new column that we're doing. And anyway, we'd love to hear your questions. So enjoy the article, and I will do another scope when we post again. Thanks.